Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to EA Sports WRC. So update 1.4.0 will release tomorrow, bringing along with it the brand new Central European Rally as well as a bunch of fixes, and also start the introduction of Season 2, which goes fully live on the 19th of December. So let's head straight over to the website and cover all of the patch notes you can expect with WRC update 1.4.0. EA Sports WRC version 1.4.0 patch notes. The latest update for EA Sports WRC is available to download from tomorrow, December 14th, and it includes several improvements and bug fixes across many areas of the game. The latest for EA Sports WRC is available to download obviously from the 14th of December at the standard time of 11 AM UTC. It includes several improvements and bug fixes across many areas of the game. For a full summary of the update, check out the patch notes below. So let's have a look. This is going to be the one that most people are excited for, the new content. They have added Central European Rally as a drivable location, free to all players, meaning that you won't need any of the rally pass and stuff like that. Added 15 rally pass season 2 cosmetic items in the VIP tier, added 10 rally pass season 2 cosmetic items in the free tier, and 5 for EA play tier. Added a new season of moments with a new challenge going live every day, 60 in total. Now there is a few things I do want to touch on when it actually comes to talking about some of these new content points. Number one is the fact that the rally pass does seem like it's going to be very much like it was for the original one. It seems that this is going to be kind of set in stone. It was something that I wasn't too much of a fan of. The fact that, you know, you've got the paid for VIP tier if you didn't go ahead and actually pre-order the game, but on top of that you've also got another paywall with the EA play tier. I'm just not a huge fan of, you know, almost like two paywalls to access cosmetic items, and most of them, to be honest, are just really not too great anyway. In terms of the moments as well, this is another thing I do want to touch on, the everyday season moments. Now I really do like this. It keeps me coming back each and every day to WRC. It's probably one of the best features in the entire game in my honest opinion, and whilst it did look like they might be slowing these down in the future, it seems that at least for season 2 this is still going to be an every single day release, so that's absolutely quality to see. Now, key fixes and improvements. This is the one that we are all going to want to know about. So they've made a number of performance optimizations across the game to further improve frame rate. Again, frame rate has been a big issue since the game launched. Again, it's not as bad as it was, but to see that they are still working on this to try and probably iron out the last of it is fantastic to see. I don't expect it to be, you know, fully perfect though. Implemented a number of additional PSO shader catchers across all cars to help reduce stuttering. Implemented a number of additional PSO shader catchers related to trackside collisions to help reduce stuttering. Same once again as well for spray and kick up. Fixed an issue where GPU usage was unusually high on main menu screens. Fixed an issue that will cause stuttering in quick play multiplayer whenever somebody joins or leaves a lobby. Again, this is something that I have noticed. Fixed an issue where the camera would judder on location reveal screens. Fixed an issue where the camera would judder on location start and finish screens when panning around the car. Resolved an exploit where players could previously get free repairs and tyre changes by quitting an in-progress club championship event. Now, I didn't actually know that one was a thing. Rather quite frustrating to know this now when I've kind of done all of my club races for this week and it's going to be patched out, or else I would have probably taken advantage of that one. Resolved a number of corner cutting exploits across several stages and locations. Again, that's a good one. I've seen plenty of really wild cuts that really do take out a lot of the actual course itself, so great to see those being tackled. Made a number of usability improvements to the livery editor, including the ability to mirror decals. Fixed an issue where saved tuning setups would become corrupted if the same name or save slot was used on multiple cars. Fixed an issue where all tuning setup sliders would change to minimum values after loading a saved setup. Added a manual auto select to transmission assist settings, allowing players with H pattern and sequential shifters to automatically swap depending on the car used. Crash fixes. Fix an issue in Korea where the game would crash when the benefactor relationship exceeded 100%. Can't say I've run into this one personally, but it is good that they are fixing these crashes. Fix an issue on Xbox in which changing graphics settings will cause the game to crash. Fix an issue in quick play multiplayer in which changing AI difficulty will cause the game to crash. Fix an issue in quick play multiplayer in which the game will crash if the host of the lobby would start an event. Again, that is one I've run into plenty of times. Great to see that that's going to be fixed. Accessibility, fix an issue wherein the motion blur would reset to on after the game has been rebooted. AI, now again there's quite a few complaints around the AI just being very inconsistent. Adjusted a specific WRC driver's pace at Monte Carlo to better reflect their real life performance. I'm not quite sure who that one could be. Personally, I've not really run WRC class itself much at Monte Carlo, so that'll be interesting. If anyone knows that one, drop it down below. Fix an issue wherein manually changing AI difficulty mid-championship in quick play solo would not result in AI performance change. Again, can't necessarily say I've really seen that much. Made a number of general fixes to gameplay balance and experience. Additionally, we would like to get your feedback and input on inconsistent AI performance in this forum thread in order to make further fixes in a future update. Again, if you've noticed that AI is either really quick or really slow to the point where it just doesn't quite match, then feel free to just go ahead and put them in. Definitely for me, these sort of slower classes, even when they are maxed out to performance, can sometimes still be on the longer stages, especially 2 to 3 minutes behind over a single stage, which again is probably something that I'll kind of put forward to them. Audio, fix an issue where the engine audio from the Toyota GR Yaris Rally 1 Hybrid would sound distorted in some scenarios. I've had that one happen to me personally. Fix an issue where bass reduction frequency could only be set to 400 Hz instead of 500 Hz as intended. Builder, fixed an issue where some builder cars would not shift into second gear. Fixed an issue where engine audio from WRC builder cars using the Toyota GR Rally Hybrid basically would be distorted. Once again, this is probably just a carryover from the actual official car. As you know, you can put the official engines in, so probably makes sense as to why that's carried over. Fix an issue where some of the body parts on builder cars would appear invisible while driving. Not something I've run into, but probably looks quite strange. Korea, this is again where they've added stuff in as well as fixed stuff. So added Central European Rally to the FIA WRC Korea calendar. Added Central European Rally to non-championship events, so it's coming into all of them. Fix an issue that would cause the game to crash when the benefactor relationship exceeded 100%. Again, that's been noted previously in here. Fix an issue where surface deg was not correctly applied throughout Korea. Fix an issue with the chief engineer perch screen, which would remain highlighted when no longer selected. Fix an issue where driver and co-driver character images were not appearing on end of season summary screens. Fix an issue where splits and notes tabs were not available on results screen after receiving terminal damage. Remove championship recaps from end of season summary for championships in which the player did not participate. Cars, it seems like there is a bunch of fixes for some of these vehicles. So we have the Ford Escort Mark II, fix an issue where the interior and exterior windscreen elements were misaligned. Hillman Avenger fixed an issue where the mud flaps were unexpectedly appearing underneath the car body. Again, that is one I have seen. The Lancia Delta HF Integrale fixed an issue where the dashboard will produce a distracting sun reflection. Lancia Delta S4 fixed an issue where the dashboard will produce a, distracting sun reflection once again. Mini Countryman Rally Edition fixed a display issue that presented the car in the vehicle select screen as a 5-speed sequential instead of a 6-speed. Peugeot 205 GTI fixed an issue where the service area reflections would appear on the windshield while driving. Peugeot 207 S2000 fixed a number of livery issues with the official livery. Skoda Fabia Rally 2 Evo fixed a number of issues on livery 6. Subaru Impreza 2001 fixed an issue with the interior cockpit model. Fixed an issue on WRC cars in which the hybrid deployment would always revert to cautious between stages. Fixed an issue on WRC cars in which hybrid deployment would cancel when throttle was released below boost threshold point instead of when throttle input reaches 0%. Fixed an issue on all cars where the exhaust flare would pop and appear for too long after every gear change. Fixed an issue on all cars where engine damage effects were not displaying correctly while driving. Fixed an issue on all cars where the HUD's odometer would count up in kilometers instead of miles when set to Imperial. Championship mode added Central European Rally to the calendar. Fixed an issue where splits and notes tabs were not available on result screens after receiving terminal damage. Clubs resolved an exploit where players could previously get free repairs and tyre changes by quitting an in-progress club championship event. Again, very frustrating. Wish I took advantage of that one. Change stage finish procedure so that players must now drive to the marshal at stop control after crossing the finish line. So again, if you know in clubs, it would just stop you. A bit like the time trials right at the end of the stage, you wouldn't have to go to the marshal. That has now been changed. Fixed an issue where a saved championship template would not suggest the custom championship name the player had created. Co-driver Croatia fixed an issue wherein the distant calls were being delivered at the wrong time. Finland, once again, wrong time. Mediterranean reduced complexity of co-driver calls through specific turns to improve pace note times ahead of dangerous corners. Mexico fixed an issue where distant calls were being delivered at the wrong time, and the same once again with Pacifico where they were being delivered at the wrong time. Input devices added manual auto select to the transmission assist, allowing players with H pattern and sequential shifters to automatically swap depending on the car used. Fixed an issue where the assist menu wouldn't warn H pattern players of missing gear bindings when manual H pattern is selected as transmission type. Fixed an issue where dead zones were not being applied correctly in game. Fixed an issue where secondary handbrake input bindings were not being recognized in game. Fixed an issue where secondary devices would not produce vibration when connected via USB as opposed to connecting via wheel-based. Fixed an issue that caused certain input devices to require recalibration after the game has been rebooted. Fixed an issue on PS5 that caused a DualSense controller to continue vibrating after vibration and feedback was disabled. Graphics and performance, there is a lot here, so it does look like once again they're trying to really nail down the performance of this game. So it made a number of performance to improvements to optimize the frame rate going forward, made a number of optimizations across Kenya, Oceania, made a number of visual and performance improvements to trees and foliage, made improvements to water spray when driving on wet asphalt, made improvements to wet dirt and wet grass kick-up effects on all locations, made a number of PSO shader caches across all cars to help reduce the stuttering, once again for trackside collisions as well, and the spray and kick-up. Added a frame rate limiter to main menu screens to optimize performance and minimize load on PC hardware components. Fix an issue where naffantait location event plates would appear stretched when using NVIDIA GTX 10 series GPUs. Fix an issue where vehicle headlights were active by default during the day, affecting frame rate. Fixed an issue where vehicle reflections were more adversely affecting frame rate than expected. Fixed an issue where GPU usage was unusually high on main menu. Fixed issue on console that caused unusual performance on main menu screens. Fixed an issue where the camera would judder on location reveal screens. Also, they've done that for the stage start and finish. And they've also gone on then to fix an issue where some visual collision effects would fade out too quickly. Fix an issue that would cause snow and gravel to kick up to not appear while spectating a quick play multiplayer event. Fix an issue that will cause stutter in quick play multiplayer when anybody joins or leaves a lobby. And then we also have fix an issue that will cause stutter in quick play multiplayer whenever a Steam friend's status changed while in a large lobby. Then onto the livery editor, added the ability to mirror decals from left-right hand side of the car to opposite side, added the ability to mirror decals across the symmetrical midpoint of the front roof and rear areas of the car, added the ability to duplicate an existing decal, added the ability to change the decal shape while retaining previous set size, position, rotation and color. Fix an issue where the frame rate will drop below 10 FPS lights when using livery editor on NVIDIA 10 series GPUs. Fix an issue that caused all liveries created before version 1.2.0 update to appear broken. Fix an issue where the camera would drift upward when applying decals to the left hand side of the car. Fixed a number of UI issues related to saving designs. BMW M1 Pro Car Rally fixed an issue where decals could not be placed on the car's roof. Lancia 037 Evo 2 fixed an issue where they couldn't be also placed on the roof. Same with the Stratos. And when it comes to the MG Metro 6 R4, fixed an issue where the decals could not be placed on the back of the car. On the Opel Corsa S2000, fixed an issue where a gap was appearing between the windscreen and the dashboard. 309 GTI fixed an issue where the projection depth when applying decals. Renault Twingo 2 fixed an issue where decals could not be placed on the back of the car. Volkswagen Golf GTI fixed an issue with projection depth when applying decals. Locations, okay, we have a ton here, so I'll try and get through these as quick as possible. It resolved a number of exploits where players could potentially gain an advantage by intentionally resetting the car at specific points. Chile, corner cutting at Aruco, basically a bunch of the stages by the look of it. In fact, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Chile cuts are now done. Croatia as well, there seems to be 2 there. Fixed an issue where players could potentially collide with invisible objects throughout the stage. Croatia fixed a number of minor environmental object issues. So all of Chile is the corner cutting, Croatia is a bunch of kind of issues within the game itself. Estonia fixed a number of minor issues where abrupt seams were visible across some roadside edges. Fixed an issue in quick play multiplayer in which cameras would move erratically when stage is revealed. And then we also have a bunch of corner cutting exploits being patched there at Finland. Onto Japan, resolved a corner cutting exploit. Again, just corner cutting exploits. Also at the bottom here, they've fixed an issue where some logs and rocks were missing collision boxes. Mexico, again, that just seems to be purely just corner cutting once again being fixed. Monte Carlo, they've resolved a number of corner cutting exploits at a bunch of stages once again. So yeah, basically just a ton of corner cutting exploit fixes. I can't necessarily say I've really seen any of these. I think the one that I saw might have been at Estonia, but apart from that, that was literally it. I haven't seen many really posted online, apart from a really big one at Estonia that seems to be used by almost everyone. Apart from that, things like Mexico and Finland and Chile especially, I've never really seen anyone doing many corner cuts, but they must be there and they must be somewhere around the internet. And then finally, it's just Portugal. They fixed an issue where players could fall through a hole in a drivable landscape, which would probably be quite funny. At Moments, they've added new archive tab for Season 1 moments, so you can go back and do them. It does seem like they're going to stay in the game, which is great to see. Fixed an issue where surface deg was not being applied to moments. Fixed an issue in the service area where vehicles renders would not appear on certain UI screens. Fixed an issue where the stage timer would not stop when crossing the finish line. Options and settings. Added an option to limit frame rate through main menu screens on PC. Fixed an issue on Xbox in which changing graphics settings will cause the game to crash. Fixed an issue on PC in which the vibration tab was mistakenly appearing when using a DualShock or DualSense. Photo mode. Fixed an issue where photo mode camera would shift position after the player enables motion blur progress. Quick play resolved an exploit with quick play multiplayer in which the lead driver of a regularity rally could trigger the stage end timer too early for all other players. Fixed an issue with quick play multiplayer in which changing AI difficulty would cause the game to crash. Fixed an issue once again in multiplayer where the game would crash if the host of the lobby would start an event. That's one that I've run into plenty of times. They've also where players will get kicked out of private sessions instead of returning to the lobby. Fixed an issue once again in multiplayer in which accepting an invite during an event podium sequence will cause cars to disappear from the service area. Fixed an issue with quick play multiplayer in which loading a championship would incorrectly display players' microphone icons. Fixed an issue with quick play multiplayer in which penalty time was incorrectly presented to the player on the stage results screen. Fixed an issue with quick play solo that will cause frame rate to drop when viewing stage results with a large number of entries present. Fixed an issue with quick play solo in which splits and notes tabs were not available on results screen after receiving terminal damage. Fixed an issue with quick play solo in which loose / detached parts would be reapplied to the car after the player reloads an in progress event. Rally Pass updated Rally Pass progression menu with Season 2 items. That'll probably be from the 19th possibly. Rally School fixed an issue on Lesson 10 Snow where seam lines would appear across some of the water textures. Replays fixed an issue where headlights appeared damaged at the start of replays. Fixed an issue where driver and steering wheel animations were not playing in replays. Fixed an issue where dust and kick-up was rendering in front of the car when viewing replays in slow motion. Fixed an issue where normally high amount of dust and kick-up was generated when viewing replays in slow motion. Adjusted the maximum field of view settings for replay cameras to reduce fisheye effect seen from certain angles. Setups and vehicle tunings fixed an issue where saving tuning setups would become corrupted if the same name or save slot was used on multiple cars. Fixed an issue where all tuning setup sliders would change to minimum values. Adjusted the display values of brake and handbrake force settings to better reflect real world values. Adjusted the display values of differential settings to better reflect real world values. Added the ability for some forms of differential to be adjusted in 1% increments. Time trial. Fixed an issue where skid marks and ruts from a previous time trial attempt would still appear on the stage when a player restarted. Fixed an issue that caused cars to spin out of control after crossing the finish line when completing a time trial or shakedown. Fixed an issue where players could not download ghost data in the service area. Ultra wide and multiple monitors. Again, I've seen a lot of talk about these, so let's see if there's going to be kind of any of the fixes that people wanting. Fixed an issue where players would use multiple monitors would revert back to single screen monitor when entering brightness menu. Same again when entering photo mode. Also the same when pre and post stage cutscenes. Fixed an issue when that occurred when players using multiple monitors will sometimes encounter a pin cushion effect when watching replays. Fixed an issue where players using multiple monitors would revert back to a single monitor when pressing Alt and Enter to go full screen. Miscellaneous added Barbados flag as a selectable option when customizing driver details. Fixed an issue where all players would have a Hungarian flag in their rally passport. Can't say I've seen that one, but that's kind of funny. Fixed an issue that caused finish line split times to show as 0.0, basically dead flat zero. Fixed an issue where hands would not render properly in some roadside spectators. Fixed an issue that caused some users playing under minimum PC specs to not launch the game on Steam. Fixed some minor text and UI issues across various areas of the game. Made several minor bug fixes and improvements across the game, and here's some warnings and advice. If the player is currently playing partway through a career season, Central European Rally will appear on the next season's calendar. Now, for someone like me, that sucks because I've literally just started a new career season. So yeah, I'll probably not see that for a while. If a player starts a new career save, Central European Rally will appear in Season 1 calendar. If a player is currently partway through a championship mode season, Central European Rally will not appear on the event list. If a player starts a new championship mode save, Central European Rally will appear on the event list. In championship mode, Central European Rally will only appear in the top class competition. All vehicle tuning and setups created before version 1.4.0 update will be wiped once the update's released. Please write down or screenshot any tuning values you want to keep and remake those setups after the update. All custom steering wheels once again and controller bindings will also be reset. Top time trial leaderboard times that were previously set using corner cutting exploits fixed in this update will be deleted in the future. So there's also going to be some warnings there. Thank you for providing feedback and bug reports on EA Sports WRC, and then you've got the further support there. So plenty of I guess things happening in the world of EA Sports WRC with update 1.4.0. So there we go, a massive amount of changes coming to the game. It really does look like this game is heading in the right direction. It's good also to see, alongside new content, a bunch of those performance update in terms of like the bug fixes and stuff. That has perhaps been the only thing that's really been holding this game back from being exactly what I expected from this game. Honestly, it's perhaps my favourite racing game or driving game of 2023 so far, and it only looks like it's just getting improved upon much better over time. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the patch notes below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.